What can I help you with? Cool.
All right. It is clear for now. Everybody should head this way.
Take it a summon.
If you need a summon, go ahead and type one in raid, and we'll see what it looks like here. Just one person? That's awesome.
There's a lot of people here, yeah.
Shamblow's got this Rocktar summon at the Oni cave.
Okay. Colvis needs a summon. Moon Soldier. There's our last guildie we were waiting for. They will need a summon.
Wait, Moonjumper too, I think.
Isn't Moonjumper in the raid?
Never mind. There's more than one moon. He's only 56. But...
Too many moons.
Once again, don't forget your amulet.
Does my push to talk work? Just checking it.
Looks
Sure
like it
does.
is.
Fuck. I have a couple pieces of fire resist, but I don't think it'll matter.
I mean, she does do a fire breath, so it's nice to have the protection potions. In my experience tanking her, dropping all the defense and plus hit and stuff to pick up fire resist gear is not worth it. It's sometimes better just to have more HP.
you have? Are we gonna move anybody to group 2?
Yeah, we'll fix groups in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
I'm seeing most people saying head to physical first. I've had one person say they would like to roll forward a warlock. Got another warlock saying free rolls is free rolls. I'm personally okay with either. I mean, I'm gonna roll regardless. So
Okay, so he's not personally attached to the idea, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, can you
I
guys
just-
link all the options from the head?
yeah, I just want to be able to officially make a call. That way, if we have casters that are against it, or we decide it's casters. But I'm just saying the Onyxia tooth pennant has hit. The ring has a bunch of nothing really.
We summoning everyone, or should I just run?
If you need to summon, ask for.
Let's get here quick. Let's start this bad baby. Let's clear trash. Type 1 if you need.
Don't go too far in there. Please.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on what I just typed, and if people are mad about that, I guess we'll replace people. But I'm going to go ahead and say the head is for physical first as main spec. If no physical needed, which is not going to happen, then obviously casters can roll. Healers as well.
Sounds good.
Tanks roll for the hit ring too. I don't think any tank is going to take the tank part, but yeah, they get to roll too.
The hit necklace.
Yeah.
And that is where it's at.
In general, when we just select the trinket.
Oh, I could use a very small amount of food and water. But there's no mages down here yet.
Sloot Sand is outside handing out
Oh, yeah.
water.
Can you-
So, like you said, just a little bit because there's only like 5 or 6 pulls and then there's Ani. So,
yeah. Like, literally like 10 of each would be enough.
I don't really have enough shaman for everybody. Healers, you want spread out into groups to heal, and all of you work on tanks, or do you all want to be in a group with maybe our resto shaman who might have mana tide? All right, hunters, no shaman. Let's see then.
Yeah, is everyone still hanging out outside, or?
Yeah, lots of people.
If anyone needs a summon, can you summon Avebury?
so what strat are we going to use for group wise?
What do you mean via strat? We're going to pull Onyxia to the back. We're going to do very little damage other than white damage during phase 1. We're going to unload on phase 2. When she lands, we're going to not do any damage so that tanks can get aggro and pull her back to the back. Then we're going to beat the shit out of her, and then we're all going to roll on loot.
No, I mean as opposed to I've done 2 strategies. You split the groups, obviously left right, odds left, evens right.
Sure.
I've done the strategy
Yeah.
where
That's fine.
all the groups go to the right.
Yep. So, right and left, you normally want to all go to one side so that the tank that is going to pick up Onyxia can swing her tail away from the entire raid so no one gets knocked back on phase 1 placement. For phase 2, melee just spread out, kill whelps, and then stay out of the way of deep breath.
Kill whelps, use bandages.
All right, I'm assuming everyone is here. This will be my first time leading Onyxia in 15 years. I've done Onyxia about 15 times since server launch, so that shouldn't be a problem. So if I'm missing something personally, let me know. I just haven't led it in a long, long time. And I'm an old man now, so I probably don't remember so well. And Kaitel also can explain all he wants as well. You know what you want, right, Kaitel?
Yeah, I'll do phase 1, I guess.
Okay.
A detail that gets missed a lot in raid explanations is particularly going to mages. So, as everyone knows, the objective in this fight is to not get breathed on unless you're the tank, which you really don't want to get breathed on anyway, but you have to. So that's why we tank her up in the far north end of the room. And if you ever get aggro in phase 1 or phase 3, you will want to run to the top north part of the room. That's the most important thing about this entire raid. Mages, specifically. If you pull aggro, do not ice block where you are at. You will want to go to the north part of the room, where we'll be tanking her, and then ice block, if you have to. It is much better for one person in this raid to die than her facing the wrong direction and breathing on the entire raid. The breath will flat out kill some of our mages and priests and such. It does like over 3,000 damage. The reason for the ice block thing is she'll de-aggro you during your ice block, but then she'll turn right back to you after your ice block. Anyway, Tesco, go ahead and take it away for the 3 phase.
We're just going to go ahead and we're going to clear this trash. Let's get some buffs up real quick. Melee, you are not
Dave
fighting
did not
this
get
trash.
the summon because she was in combat PvP wise and died.
Okay,
She's
where'd you
being-
die at, Ave?
She's in Booty Bay. She's getting PvP'd.
Well, let's get a couple of people out and a warlock to summon Ave while the rest of us clear these few trash.
Still looks like we need Mardog and Moon Soldier inside it.
Is there any warlock with shards?
Yep. We're out of shards on one warlock.
Shamblow's got it coming out.
Thank you,
Alright, I'll help
Shamblo.
you.
Appreciate that. All right, like I said, Melee, you're not going to fight these ads. The AoE fire damage is too much. We'll just be spending time rezzing you and rebuffing you. So tanks, you are going to go in, you're going to tank it, turn it away from the group. For practice and range, you're going to kill it.
Yep.
So,
So range, make sure you keep a good distance. These things. Careful of this little bump here. It does block line of sight, so tanks don't stay on the other side. All right, wait for them to separate. Pull this. And here we go.
yeah, buffs are coming. Agrelon.
There we go.
No one should be up on the tank's ass. Everyone needs the back.
Yeah, you got to be pretty far back.
What'd you say
go
about
in.
the line of sight thing?
If the tanks are on the other side of that little bump there at the top of the hill, then they will line of sight their healers.
Okay.
Target something first.
Next one coming.
No one get up there yet.
Did not know you guys moved channels.
We go to the push to top channel, brother.
Moon Soldier, can you touch portal here, please? Or you
Moon Soldier is not here.
Okay. I need +1 outside the portal then.
I'll go on melee.
All right, Melee, go out and summon.
Sorry,
We're gonna-
I
Just
was.
need one.
Everyone stand about here. I'm gonna pull him to the next ridge. actually down
Did
here.
we pull the entrance or mob?
The first
we're-
two, yeah.
Yeah, we're pulling them. Warlocks are getting shards in case we need them.
Thank you, Mel.
Anybody else? Last call for summons.
No, he was the only one not outside, so should be good.
All right, we're gonna leave this guy here on the edge. Isn't there one more? That's all.
I think there's only 3, and then the one we skipped. Yeah.
That's a lot easier than I thought.
Yep.
Yes.
And why would you skip a mob that can drop a T-booze? That's my question.
I'll kill it. I ain't scared.
Okay, so a couple of things when we first start here. One is don't stand here in the entrance. Shortly after she gets pulled, there are a couple ads that will spawn right here in the neckway. And if we aggro them, we're pretty much screwed. So once we pull, you'll want to run it. Second thing is about the pull. Tank will run to the north part of the cave, which is where her tail is right now. Turn her around 180 from where she's facing now. During that time, no one's going to DPS. Healers try to, I guess, keep the tank up without pulling that initial aggro. It's a little bit difficult, I know. She doesn't hit too hard at the initial, though. Meanwhile, I guess we're going to do some form of splitting groups. I guess we'll let Tess. And then during phase 1, she's on the ground. She's going to be facing north, and everyone needs to only do white DPS after we have a good hold on her. So not even right away. We'll tell you when to start. It'll be pretty shortly after we start, but it's going to be just white DPS. That means like auto attacks, wands, nothing, no abilities basically. The reason for that is you want to keep your threat really low, so that when we move into phase 3 later, the tanks will have the right amount of aggro. And yeah, we need to retain that aggro from or that threat from phase 1 to phase. During phase 2, which is about 66% of her health, she'll raise up in the air. A bunch of mechanics happen, and then around 40% she lands again, and then we basically repeat phase 1, where we stop all DPS for a bit. We let the tanks get aggro. Some people will probably, especially ranged mages who can do a lot of damage, will probably be high on her threat list at that point. She will target you. You need to run to the north where the tanks can hopefully pick her up as quickly as possible. Otherwise, what can and usually does happen is she starts breathing all around the room, and lots of people die, and that's bad. If we don't have enough healers and such at the last of it, it's basically wipe. So that last bit, when she's approaching 40%, that's when all the warlocks and everyone else who has dots, you'll want to stop your dots. If that's the whole, okay, now stop. You'll want to stop them so that it doesn't tick after the 40%. You'll just do direct damage, like frost bolts and such. That's it for the threat mechanics. Like I said, most importantly is just getting her into and keeping her in the right position. That is the key to this entire fight. Literally one person can screw it up for the entire raid.
Where did Moon die?
Good to know.
Right at the door.
He's outside since he's not actually at his computer.
We're all
he's on
gonna
the way
die.
home from work. So if
Oh,
he doesn't
okay.
make it,
So
he doesn't make it.
Well, he's probably not going to make this kill then.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say attempt because we're not going to fail.
So yeah, who wants to explain phase 2 stuff, her mechanic?
Phase 2, she is going to throw fireballs. They're going to be targeted. You and everyone within 8 yards of you is targeted. Anyone hit by this fireball has their threat lowered. It doesn't completely go away, but it gets lowered. So when it hits tanks, they're obviously going to start falling down. So when she lands at phase 3, we have no idea who is on the threat table at the top. We will have none. So if she's targeting you, you run north, just like Hightail was saying. We're going to, nobody attacks. Nobody does a single point of damage in phase 3 until we get a tank on her. her facing north with her nose in that wall, and then we will unload on her. Shamans that are not me, since I'm in the tank group, you're going to be throwing tranquil air through phase one. I know your warriors are going to cry, but I want Wind Fury. Yeah, well, they don't need it in phase one. That's easy phase. We'll give that to them when aggro is locked in phase three, and then they can execute top the DPS and feel important. We're going to do 1, 3, 5, and 7 are going to go left here on phase 1. 2, 4, 6, and 8 are going to go right. And we're going to do the same thing for whelps. Just kill your whelp groups and, whatever. You have to stand on the side of dragons. Dragons breathe fire from the front and they tail whip from the back. If you get fire breathed on you, you pretty much die because it's like 3 grand damage. If you get slapped by the tail, you get whelps. I get mad. You get mad. We all get mad. Nobody gets loot. And then, what was the point? So stand on the side of the dragon between her front and back paws, feet, claws. What do dragons have? I don't know. That's it, man. This is a real easy fight. Real easy. And if you have Deadly Boss mod, you're going to hear the minus 50k DKP guy, and it's going to be funny.
Yo, fucking crush him.
Yo, what's up? I heard that there was a question and then he didn't ask. Or can I just not hear it?
Well, what group am I in? How do you tell?
Tiny Tink, you're in group 1. You're with me.
Above your name.
Yeah, it should be on your group.
Oh, I see. Top left. Yeah.
All right, so deep breath. If you don't know how deep breath works, she has like 6 locations that she can kind of fly to. And she always shoots it straight through the middle of the area, right? So if she's in, the 9 o'clock position there or directly on the left, then she'll shoot it straight across to the 3 o'clock position as you're looking at a clock. So if she's at 11 o'clock, she's going to shoot to 5, right? You just stay out of the middle and stay on her sides and don't stand directly under her because she can melee in phase 2 and she will melee your face off if you're under her and you get aggro. So don't stand under her and don't be in the middle. That's deep breath. If you have Deadly Boss mods, it'll obviously scream at you when deep breath is coming. You need to get to the sides and hope you're not in front of her, but you shouldn't be in front of her because you're going to be looking at her while she's in the air and you're going to stay on her sides. Any questions? I know I missed something. Like I said, I'm old. I was like 20 when I played this game 15 years ago.
You want me to throw some tips in there?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
All right, so phase 1, like we've been saying, just white damage, really just want it. So that's the easiest phase, obviously. Phase 2, a very good keynote for phase 2 is where she's at, the tank is going to tank her right behind where she's at. But when phase 2, she's going to act like a retard and just turn the opposite direction and then walk that way towards us and then fly up. A good thing to do is melee, and shamans especially, drop Wind Fury. You can literally attack her ass as she is flying up in the air. You get so much burst of DPS if all the melee just goes try hard with Wind Fury and just let it all go at that initial phase 2 start. And if anyone has the add-on, they use it for Cthulhu, but it's like the yardage space. In phase 2, we all want to be spread out because one fireball will target like 8 people in a section if you're all staying around. And then you're all going to do like a dance together and act like.
All right.
But one of the biggest things that a lot of people end up messing up on, even if you've been here many, many times, is getting hit by her tail and then getting knocked into the whelps. So just be to the left or the right of her. You do not want to be around where her tail is at. It could be a wide range melee hit with her tail that knocks you back. So just be clearly on the left or right side, but not too far above where you get hit with her cleave.
All right, waiting on Rocktar. Rocktar's not
What's
ready.
up, Rocktar? Why are you not ready, bro?
Also, phase 3, she don't stand on the cracks. Don't stand on the cracks. You'll get feared and you'll move around, but sometimes you don't move around. So just don't stand on the cracks when the initial fear is going off, just in case if you don't move.
All right. I feel a one shot coming, guys. We fine. Another ready
One
check.
more.
We find out why this is to go.
I don't have rock tar, so
Well, Rocktar might just miss out like Moon Soldier then.
If he stays too close into the area up here, he'll pull.
that's what I'm saying. We gotta be careful.
It's
about it.
moving though, right? Yeah, okay.
Don't drop totems back here either. Make
Yeah,
sure
he's
you move
moving
your
around.
totem.
There he
Fine.
is.
All right.
Are you ready, Rocktar?
He's
There
ready.
we go.
All right, guys,
like-
we're all set.
Hey, my bad. I had to sell some drugs real quick.
Okay, man, that's cool.
Hightail's going in.
All right, guys, go to your sides.
Very, very slowly.
Stay behind the tank or you're gonna get cleaved. Watch that.
Remember,
Don't
no
get behind
DPS yet.
Don't worry about bunching up. On phase 1, you can bunch up. Whelps on left side.
White
Alright,
damage.
melee. Turn around, kill these well. Oh, there's only one. It's fine. It's dead. All right, watch that tail.
Yeah, you don't have to be so close, melee. Like your hitbox is freaking huge. So like Melkin, you can back up quite a bit and you'll be fine. You just don't want to get tail whipped or breathe on accident.
What's your
Thor,
threat,
just
Thor?
white.
Yep.
Don't do attacks. Just
I was,
whites.
Just battle shouted, bro.
Yeah.
It says bloodthirst.
Calm down. Just white damage here. She doesn't do anything. Tank and spank right here. No buttons. Nothing. Single button.
Wait till she turns around and walks the opposite direction to Burr.
Bori, Burr, go ahead and feign death for me.
When she turns around, melee follow her and just go all hard out. You can literally jump up in the air and still hit.
Stage too
too
soon.
Yeah, it's about 68, 66% somewhere.
As soon as she turns around, guys, you can unload everything you've got, especially melee. There it is.
Unload, unload.
I don't see enough dots. More dots now.
As much dots as you can.
More dots. More dots.
All right, fill her window up, boys.
Make sure to spread out.
Melee, keep an eye on those well. Okay.
Left side. Even side.
I got whelps. I got whelps.
Now.
Everybody on whelps.
Make
I
sure
got
you
hurt.
can look up at. Watch Onyxia so you can see where she got a deep breath.
So Kitail's been fireballed, so I'm off the threat meter. Well, I'm still showing on the threat meter, but yeah.
Throw more dots. More dots. More dots. Come on, more dots.
If you need arrows, open tray with rock tar.
Fire Dog's getting fireballed.
Okay.
So it means Tiny Tank and Melkin, you're probably gonna, one of you's gonna be picking up as tank.
Yeah.
I tell you might be able to hit her with your
Not enough mana.
oh, stage too soon. Wow. All right, no more dots.
No dots, guys.
Yeah, no dots, direct damage.
Fireball on Tusco.
We still want to get her down to 40% quickly.
When she starts coming down, no one attack. Let the tanks get her into.
There, she should be landing any minute now. A little more direct damage. There we go.
There it is. Tanks only.
Whelps.
Tanks. All
Tanks
four
only.
tanks. Everybody else, you're killing whelps. Only whelps.
Watch for the cracks. Bandage yourself if you have to.
If you have a fire resist potion, now is the time to drink it.
The DPS very, very slowly.
Yeah, keep Thor up. He's currently acting as tank.
All right, let's get heals on Thor. Thor, if you can hold it.
Bro,
hold
I'm
it.
wearing leather, but I'll fucking do it.
All right, do what you gotta do. He's got it. He's got it. Let him have it.
Yeah, other tanks, build up your threat.
Build up from the side as soon as she looks at you. There you go. Good. Get to the north, Tink. Nope, Tink is dead.
Got knocked into whelp.
Shambo.
Big whelps left side.
Now hit it very hard.
Run to the north. Ala. Maw Dog, run north. Zala, run north. On Kaitel, let's get heals to Kaitel. Get her in position.
Oh no, I lost her.
All right. I don't think you've got it, guys.
Nah.
And the whelps fucked us.
No, they didn't. People tanking incorrectly. She was spinning around too much in phase 3.
Phase 3, there was no tanks.
Yeah.
She was not on the tanks. She was on everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that too late.
Yeah, so Thor had her for a bit.
That's fine.
Just
That's
run
fine.
in.
A lot of people here, their first attempt, no big deal. Run back.
Don't do anything. No white hits or anything in phase 3 until tanks are, have action.
And that wasn't entirely the problem. I think I'm not trying to throw the healers under the bus, but the healers were not quite ready to.
Well, our phase
switch
2,
tanks.
yeah, our phase 2 transition was fast too. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I got aggro on it.
Are we running back?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you can't be res because Dragon's laying on your corpse.
So who's the main tank?
The main tank is Kaitel.
Kaitel until the end of phase 1. Pretty much guaranteed I'm going to get fired.
Well, I mean, who is most likely going to pick up on phase 3?
So I've noticed, like
I'll try to.
A tiny tank, your threat was really high in phase 1. Like you were up in the high numbers. I believe if you keep down in like the number 8, number 9, number 10 slot, you were much less likely to get fireballed.
Did I get fireballed? I think that's mine. I thought I was.
think so,
I was
yeah.
trying to keep up. Okay, I'll keep it lower.
So the problem with the transition with phase 3 is everyone gets feared. So that means non-tank is getting feared, and so the healers are getting feared. So a good strategy would be shield walling. Whoever has aggro for the transition into phase 3 could pop shield wall as we finally get through the first fear.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to get aggro because I wasn't even near.
Yeah.
But, I shield walled as soon as I could swap weapons and spin her around. It just took me a second because I wasn't expecting it.
So yeah, something that can help is making the available tanks are topped off before they actually pull that threat. So it looked like, and I'm sorry, Tiny Tank, it wasn't you. I think it was Fire Dog that got fireballed. But both Tiny Tank and Melkin got pretty owned pretty quickly when they did pick up threat. So like our 2 viable tanks in phase 3 both went down really fast because she switched to them, and then they were ended pretty quickly. So
I think I was standing out of position 2.
Yeah.
Now that they know now that every other tank knows where to put her Kaitel, do you want someone else on it in phase 1? So you can pick it up in phase 3?
I could, yeah, we could do it that way if you want.
Which tank thinks they're ready for phase 1? Melkin, Fire Dog, Tiny?
I'm down.
I'm always
It doesn't
ready.
matter though.
One or the other.
Either way. Yeah.
Or you know
Don't
your
matter to me.
tank.
What's up?
One. Kaitel, who you want on it? Call it. Okay.
Who has the highest threat generation? That's
Thor has high threat.
apparently.
Bro, I hit Bloodthirst like once. You can have Fire Dog do it, or it doesn't
All
matter.
right, Fire Dog, you're up.
It really doesn't matter. They're both the same. They're
We're
the
pretty much
same boys.
Same gear, pretty much. Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
big
you know what?
boys.
Since Fire Dog, your threat was really high in phase 1. Let's have you do phase 1. That way. Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah,
You know what? Let's just not change it.
Okay, we can keep it as is.
I'd rather just not change it.
Let's keep it as is. It's fine.
I'll just,
man,
I'll
all
just
that
keep rebuilding
talking.
through it.
All right, Kaitel, do it all, brother. You want to heal too, buddy? I mean,
Yeah, that's handy.
He's a shaman. He can heal, tank, and DPS.
he's a druid.
Oh yeah,
enough.
literally you can do all that as well.
Close enough.
The druid.
Hold on, can I get a port to Orgrimmar? I'll go grab my healing gear.
I'll step out to port you out or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
man,
I
he
would-
was joking. He was joking.
No.
I mean, I could use some fire resist gear I have in my paint, but I doubt it'll be anything useful because it's not all fire resist.
It does help to have like a fire protection potion, especially for the transition between phase 2 and phase. Because she's going to be spinning around a little, and she will breathe. But if we can survive that, and enough time to get the tanks in position, then we're golden.
We got this. We got this.
All right, everybody's seen it. No more mistakes. Put her in the spot. Get her on the right person.
So should all the tanks stack in phase 3?
No, because you don't want to all be getting hit by the fireball or the flame breath.
You just want to be ready to just move that nigga.
Okay. So I felt like I wasn't sure if
turn it north.
When I picked it up, was I too far away though? Because I felt like that's when things went bad.
Yep.
So I need to be closer than I was.
Yeah, you should be close to the north side.
Just to confirm.
You should be almost right up against her, but not far enough ahead that you get hit by fire breath and cleave.
Okay.
Tanks are the one exception to max melee range.
Okay, I'll be closer.
I'm going to assume that everyone here has target of target enabled. If not, please do. If she's targeting you, that means she has threat on you, and that's when you need to run to the north. It's going to happen, unfortunately, especially the people who are doing really high damage in phase 2. She's going to be after you. Just be ready to run up there.
You almost back, Zanji?
I whispered him. I think he may have DC'd because he's not in the call either.
All right.
He's in group 3. Let me.
Yeah, he's a ghost. Doesn't say he's offline. Just like to know. Oh, he's all right. Thor went to check on him. He's in the other channel for some reason.
Okay.
I think he's not there.
All right.
His corpse is not moving. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Get that ready check here real quick. Milkin's not ready, okay.
If you're missing a buff, hit no.
Yeah, if you're not ready, you're not ready, man. All right. What are we missing? Mark of the Wild? Same thing I am. Yep.
Looks like someone's handing out the talented mark, so I will.
Okay.
It's probably.
That's sad. Zanji did a lot of damage that fight.
Yeah, he was like number 2
It's weird
overall
because
damage.
I heard him move channels, but he's just sitting in group, or was sitting in group 3. And now he's gone.
Yeah, his corpse is not moving at all. Or sorry, his ghost is not moving.
Maybe something happened. Hopefully he's okay, man.
Yeah.
As they say, the show must go on.
All right. Mel can get some mana here. One last ready check.
You know if you can get reported for spamming for saying details or not?
Don't know.
I mean, you can get mass reported by for anything, man. All you gotta do is click your name.
I've seen that happen on Reddit. They just mass report someone and get them silenced.
All right, we're all green.
All right, Kaitel, on your go.
Going in.
You are going to DPS.
Stick to the side.
Go DPS, guys.
Don't go too far ahead.
No dots either. No corruption. No dots. No dotsy dot.
Hunted.
Did we get any whelps with that?
Hit it like you mean it.
One whelp.
We got a whelp.
One whelp is not a big deal. Kill it.
got it, Kaito.
Yeah.
Okay, white damage.
Now hit it very hard and very fast.
Bonds and auto shoot on.
Just don't go above 40%. Or, sorry, don't go above 50%. She has an ability here that knocks my threat down by about 40%. So if you're above 50%, you're at risk of pulling.
Hey, wherever you're standing at, it had an evade just a second ago, so you might want to be careful.
Yeah, she bumps me up into the wall. I'll move a little bit. Like that. Just hit me a lot like that this time.
Tiny, you're really high, so
Okay.
maybe picking her up. No, don't stop. You just maybe picking her up.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
maybe
move
Fireball.
stop.
move north.
Should I be flying
Yep.
inside?
Nope. Milking.
Nice job.
Don't freak out.
All right.
Here,
Shoot
Milk.
shields to milking.
If she does the turn, just relocate yourself, DPS. Don't go too high, don't go too low.
And watch the fucking tail.
Stay away from the tail, guys. The back quartering.
Stand where Sky is, left side if you are too.
Kaito's got it.
Back on Kaito.
Kaito's
Milking
got
out. Heals back to Kaito. Tiny, you're very high. You might want to actually lay off.
I'll just stay in this position. He's fine.
Okay.
Which would be like up in our front-ish area.
H2
Stage-
soon.
Get ready to burst here soon.
There it is.
Burst that bitch.
I don't see enough dogs.
First that bitch.
Jump melee, you can still attack her.
More dogs. Come on, more dogs.
Whelps, 2.
Wells left side. Take him down, melee. DPS.
Right side, well.
Now handle it.
We've got 3 left on left side. Come up.
Fireball, good tail.
Tiny, try your best not to get fireballed, man. You are so high on the damage or threat.
Threat. Okay.
Malkin, Fire Dog, Tiny Tinky ready, north side.
Well, they
Spread
gotta
out,
be.
guys. Spread out.
You got to be close to the south side. That's where she lands. Pick her up.
Get some heals to Malkin.
Stage 3 soon.
That's about 40%. 40%.
More dots.
North, please.
Yeah, so less dots, more direct damage. Yeah, tanks, here she goes.
Stand on a crack. Phase 3.
Yep, stay off the cracks during phase 3. There's a little lava comes out and it hurt.
Alright. DPS slow. Stop.
Tiny,
Yeah.
go grab her. Just go grab her.
0 DPS, guys. 0 DPS.
It's on Thor. Thor, get her in position.
Wells.
Moving her.
Got
Kill
2
the
whelps.
You are going to DPS very, very slowly.
So I just need to not attack in phase 1.
On Olivia.
Go north, go
Wow.
north, go
I have-
north.
Hit it like you mean it.
Fire dog. Heals on
Go
it.
north.
I mean, there's no. I think all our healers are dead. Avery and. So, I mean, it's possible, guys. If you can get a tank on it, keep them up.
Okay, Fire Dog's on it. Watch the fears.
Yeah, try and take her. Never mind.
There it is.
Who's she on now? Die.
I got it.
Olvis.
Okay.
Can one of the tanks mocking blower?
No, I think she's immune.
She's immune to threat or like taunts and things like that.
Yeah, you can't taunt dragons.
You are going to DPS very, very slowly.
Okay, I'm not a tank, so I didn't see exactly what happened there. So somebody want to clue me in on what we need to fix?
Both times she goes immediately to me, so my
So
white
then-
damage. I don't know if it's because I'm not being hit by fireball, other warriors are.
Yep.
I'll just be closer to north, and I can actually just put on tank gear and DPS and tank gear because
Hey man, that sounds amazing.
So, of the tanks, who all got fireballed in phase 2?
I'm assuming all of them because it went straight to Thor.
I didn't think I got fireballed. I thought I got hit by someone. That was
I'm
it.
sure you got fireballed. You were so high on Tiny Threat.
Okay.
There's no way if you. All right, not a problem. We will just make plans for Thor to pick her up.
well, we
Moon
could all
Soldier
just be
and
ready. Yeah.
Zanji.
Okay. And I mean,
Are
I
you
can, I
guys
can
back?
just do no DPS. Like,
0 DPS and 0 dots this time because there were still some dots up during the transition.
Well, when it says phase 3 soon, you don't put dots anymore. You just let the ones you have on tick off.
Timeout.
Be right back 1 second. I gotta move over to another disc real fast.
Tanks, you can actually hit Onyxia. Because, like, if you get hit by a melee in phase 2, it's whatever, you should be able to hit her with all your instant attacks and Mortal Strike. Just saying.
I think what would help also is if
in phase 2.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I was not doing any DPS.
when she's about to land or when she's starting to land, if everyone could start kind of heading north back to phase 1 positions and just kind of get her up there. Because I noticed that while she is attacking other people, I mean, that's a problem on its own. She's sitting over there breathing on people over on the side and knocking people on the whelps and stuff because she's in a really awkward position.
So ideally, where should Onyxia get picked up in phase 3? The middle of the room?
Well, she
Wherever she
always
comes
lands in the middle of the room. I mean, that's just her default spot.
Okay.
But yeah, ideally
The
she
beam
should,
side.
like people who know that they're probably going to be pulling threat should kind of head towards the north part of the room anyway. Maybe not in the north tanking position, but close to it.
Okay.
And so like our tanks went up there, that was great. But the people who pulled threat were like close to the back of the room. So she basically ran away from the tanks, which kind of sucks. Yeah, this is the hardest part. The transition from phase 2 to phase 3 is always hard.
If the trash is not up, we should be able to
It's
get
up.
one more attempt.
It's up,
Okay.
back up, back up, back up.
Normally you get 2 attempts for trash. Well, welcome back, Zanji. Come on back. We wiped again, so we're here for 3rd time. We did lose a healer, so was healing a problem? Like, are we going to be, like, really bad off 1 healer down?
Their threat range is huge. What, back up a bit, Tesco?
As long as they don't die, we'll be straight.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, healing would be fine if they were alive. Unfortunately, getting breathed on.
Well, all DPS needs to just not happen in phase 3. Period. Just none whatsoever. No DPS.
I mean, yeah,
from
I don't
anyone
think
but me.
that's the problem. I'm not doing DPS in phase 3, and it goes to me. So
Yeah, she retains her threat table.
Yeah.
With the exception of those who got fireballed.
Alright, waiting on Zanji, Sky, and Moon Soldier so we can buff. Where you guys at?
Are you looking at threat generation and details?
I am.
Okay.
Moon Soldier moved a little bit.
We just need to pick up the boss better. Like, we need to be hugging the walls.
yeah, you can invite a guy, Barry. What's the name? Or
Just promote him to assistant. That's the guild leader of Burn, I think.
Zanji and Moon Soldier are both.
I think you're the guild leader. I'm not quite sure. I know you were in charge of MC the other night. You want to see if Zemo wants to come replace that priest that left in the guild, Thor? Are they attuned?
Can you guys like step outside, kill the Alliance, and res us? Is that a thing?
Yep, that is definitely a thing. We love doing that. Turn around, guys. Let's go get 4 honor points apiece. Boy, are they going to be surprised.
is it an entire raid?
What are we walking into?
Yeah.
Oh, even if it is, we
Give me
are.
one idea. One iota.
It'll be one dude.
It is, in fact.
Quite a few.
Arcade blast.
Alright, res the dead.
No, there's more.
All them 9s. It's my favorite number, guys.
Alright. How far out are you guys? Your bodies?
Zanji and Moon are both alive.
Okay.
So I believe we can go back inside. Olivia, hopefully you're offline.
Does Nookie need a summon?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can summon Nikki while we're out
There's a few of them coming back.
Come back out.
5 currently.
Alright, don't get locked out, guys.
Alright. Gonna summon portal up. Agron's got it incoming.
Well, if nothing else, that was fun.
Alright, is everyone here? Looks like.
Alright, everybody back in.
Are we getting more people or no?
No, we're moving into buff. We're only down 4 people.
Ready
Not
for
a big
trash?
deal.
This is a good opportunity for trash.
Yep, let's do it. Heals on Kaitel, ranged. Melee, continue to screw around, do nothing.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh. Sometimes I throw level 1 lightning bolts at him.
I'm a hunter class.
Ooh, they're together. Hold on.
Someone's coming.
Sorry about that. I had no raid.
Back up, guys. You're close.
Tiny Team, pull it away. Stop. Put it right there, Tiny. Or whoever.
Pull back. Pull back.
Right there. Top of the hill. Don't be on the other side of it. You will get LOS'd.
Oh, it's gonna be released.
Oh, God.
If he aggros onto you, don't run into the raid. Just
Yeah, right.
run forward to the tank.
Wow, come on, guys. How are we going to kill a dragon if we can't even kill that dude?
Yeah,
All right,
there's a
res
bit of
up.
early DPS there. I had no rage going in.
If you find yourself about to die because you have aggro, just die. Don't run towards the group and kill everybody else.
I mean, he could have ice
Res
blocked.
the tanks, please. We're gonna have to back up here. Everybody back up.
Does he come this far?
Yeah. He comes to... Oh, no, about that far. Okay. Yeah, I did not have enough rage going into that fight, so I should have asked for DPS to hold.
We're not going to rebuff here. We're going to wait until after all the trash when we're standing in front of a dragon, and then we'll rebuff. Just in case this happens again. Throw single buffs on Kaitail.
Thank you. Alright, we can move up a bit. He's going all the way to the end and coming back.
You want to meet him at the end?
We could do that if we're prepared. We got healers up front.
Oh no, here he comes.
He's going.
Yeah. All right, back up, boys. Go to the top of the hill.
I'll tank him right about here at this hill.
There we go. Get in range. There we go. We're good. Yeah.
Let me rage this time.
Right. Remember to hug left.
Left gets all the love.
Does. All right, whelps don't seem to be a problem. Phase 1 and 2 don't seem to be a problem. Thor, are you ready to actually be a tank for phase 3 when it happens again this time?
Sure.
All right.
Oh boy.
But I'll swap my gear and then I won't need it, which is great.
It's a good,
because then
good problem.
It's a good problem.
DPS does not matter on Onyxia. It's all about controlling where she is and where she's facing. That is it. 100%. 10 people can kill this dragon if she's facing the right way.
Alright, looks like we're waiting on some mana pool. At the very least, and probably some buffs from those mana people.
With the people that left, double check your group number.
Well, I only moved 2 people, I think.
Okay.
I think I moved them in the same
bite is good. On
Everybody's good.
Tails go then.
When you're ready, Kytail.
11,000 armor. Here we go.
You are going to DPS very, very slowly.
No DPS. White DPS.
Do not listen to your
Nothing yet.
DBM. No DPS.
Nothing yet.
Do not go past her front foot on the way up.
Just breathe.
No damage over time. That's a dot.
Hit it like you mean it.
There are no dots on her currently.
No.
Just curses.
Alright, white damage. That's it.
Now hit it very hard and very fast.
Alright, Kytail, you're buffed, buddy. The hell, bud.
I have 13,000 armor at the moment. 71% damage reduction.
Good man.
Oh, the fucking tail.
Alright, well, did you get whelps? Are you good?
We're good.
Nah, we're good. We're
Okay.
But apparently it's a 50 DKP minus,
Yep.
according to DVM.
Yep.
Tank warriors, under armor, please. Thank you.
get ready, guys.
Warlock Shadow Freeze. Get ready to put some dots up. Fill her up.
She's about to take off after this breath.
Alright, go, 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 go.
Blow her up.
I don't see enough dots. More dots now.
More dots, people!
Throw more dots. More dots. More dots. Come on, more dots.
Keep in mind she
Alright,
can melee.
spread out. Get ready for your whelps.
Whelps! Left side! Even side! Many whelps! Now
Whelps out.
handle it!
6 left side. Gather them up. Throw blizzards on them there, mages. Alright, watch her positioning.
Getting sky.
Get out of the cracks! Do not stand on the cracks!
Oh, she targeted me.
Getting fireball.
Let's move to direct damage, no dots.
Don't renew. Don't refresh dots.
Fire Dog and Tiny Tink, run under and put Sunders on her.
I was trying to. I pulled aggro one.
Yeah, she can actually melee you under.
There it is. There it is. Everybody head towards the north against the walls. Do not pull
Back
whelps. There's the first sphere.
Fire
Fire
dog
Dog's
has
on you.
it.
Go
Let him
north.
get
Go
in
north.
Heal fire dog.
You are going
Turn
Fire Dog
around.
is our
Get
tank.
in position.
All heals on Fire Dog.
Towards me. Fire dog up here.
All
Get into the
DPS.
wall there, boss.
Hold DPS.
No, it's
Don't fight, Matt.
It's on Fire
Zero
Dog again.
DPS.
Everybody
D.
stop attack.
Beware.
Let him get it in position. Healers keep going.
But over here.
Whelps, whelps,
Hit it like
whelps!
you mean it.
Alright, get whelps.
Right,
Fire
right
dog
over
over
here.
Fire Dog's still up. Heals, please.
That's a lot of whelps.
That's fine. AoE him down, mages.
Now hit it very hard and very fast.
It's your only job right now. All DPS on whelps. All DPS on whelps. All heals on Fire Dog. DPS on whelps. Somebody tell me what's going on over there.
They're dying.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Fuck.
Alright, keep Fire Dog up.
Here comes the fear. All right, white damage only for a second.
Fire Dog's down.
Fire Dog's down.
Glory, it's all you, buddy.
No nut, no glory has it.
Shield wall.
Heals. Shield wall.
Beware.
Comes fear. Is your shield wall up? No glory.
And watch the fucking tank.
I need Tink start building as much threat as you can, please.
Okay.
That's all I need you to do right now. Threat. Watch positioning, watch tail as our tanks get.
How's our threat looking?
It's hard to
It's
tell.
still yeah, it's hard to tell now. It says Kaitail's on top for me, but yet he does not have aggro, so.
Gotta surpass it by a certain percentage for a while.
Well, the fireball is what wipes.
Yep.
And the threat meters do not reflect.
Do we burn at 20%?
You definitely burn at 20%.
Let's
go.
Better put that draconian deflector on, buddy.
I even have it. I don't even know. Is it still on me? Yeah, I'm going down. Yep.
It's back on glory, guys. Kaitail.
Watch the
All
tail,
right,
watch the
Doc.
tail.
Zap, you're probably gonna die here, buddy. Sorry. It's on Kaitail.
Kaitail, keep him up.
Here.
Doing good.
Please don't breathe. Please don't breathe. Oh, she breathed. Do we have a shaman up? Soul, throw down your
Has to be in the same group. Oh, you moved
Trimmer
it.
Totem. Yep, throw down Trimmer Totem. And Grace of Air. That'll help Kaitail.
Beware.
We good to start laying in on it or no? Keep on.
Yeah.
Oh, you should definitely be going balls.
Burn.
We got her. Kill her.
Great, you're doing great.
Just keep Kaitail up, guys. He's got aggro.
I'm lower rage at the moment. Healing myself.
Beware.
Coming fear.
Kaitail's feared. Watch the tail.
I gotta get them
Beware.
totems a little closer. Another fear. Oh, that was a good
Got
one. Totem got him that time.
It's fucking beautiful, guys.
Doing great.
Not over yet. Don't fucking.
Hit big hills.
Fear.
Nice tremor.
On Thor.
Big hills on Thor.
Wow, I was executing too hard.
Big hills on Thor.
There it is, boys.
Okay.
Are we on group loot? All right.
No, I'm good.
Good. Okay.
Got it.
All right. All right, let's get reses before we start talking about loot.
There is a whelp, guys. Clear whelps out, please.
If you can't res, kill whelps.
Any more?
Yeah, they're on the east side.
That was only
They
one.
left or right.
Good job, everyone.
I think we're good.
Make it look easy. On the third try. It's good though.
Hey, man. First, second, third, it doesn't matter as long as there's loot in the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is everybody up?
Looks like Moon's the last to get rezzed. There it is.
All right.
Protection warriors. Who's an actual protection warrior?
I am. Tiny Tink.
Oh, we
right.
got two rogues. All right, we're gonna
Hold
do
on,
the
hold on,
epics.
hold on.
What? Oh,
Is
you're
there a
gonna do-
protection warrior that needs that? It's not wearing.
I'm wearing it currently.
I don't need it.
I bought it, but yeah.
You should do raid warnings before you do the roll.
Yeah.
All right. So I definitely want to roll that off to any warrior that wants it. Thor.
Okay.
Because warriors got a tank sometimes. Other than that, man, do you, Thor? I don't think any prop warriors need it, so just let warriors roll.
All right, so I'm gonna do the epics then instead, and we'll handle that stuff later.
Yep.
All right, we've got 3 epics. Priests are gonna roll first.
All right, well, raid warning them out. Let's see. This is a healing priest item, so if you came as Shadow, that is your main spec, so this is not for you today, sorry. Got a 75 on feudal. Anybody else?
I believe that's all of them, correct?
Is that everybody? Feudal with a 75?
All right, Grant's feudal then. All right, our 2 amazing rogues.
Sorry, Lady Stoneheart. I thought you were going to win it.
That was close.
Yep. Ooh, a 79.
It's going to Chex.
That's Chex. I think Chex actually got his tier 1 chest the last MC did. All right, Kytel, if you say so.
And then the saffron cape is going to be for casters.
I see Colvis with a 100. Is that what I see?
Yeah.
Is the only thing that beats a 100 a 69?
No.
There were no
beats a 100.
69s.
That's a kill. Sorry. All right, guys.
All right.
Give it a
Colvis
couple
with a
more
100.
seconds.
Now I roll a 100? Hell yeah. All right, cool. It was all that
All right,
practice I
Colvis.
did earlier.
Going to you, sir.
All right, roll the head next. Remember, this is for melee, tanks, hunters. See a 98.
8 on checks.
Checks.
99
99
on
Moon
soldiers.
soldiers.
Rogues coming to play, dude.
99. 5, 4, 3, 2.
There you go, man.
Congrats, Moon Soldier. All right, there are 2 Onyxia bags. You heard me right. 2 Onyxia bags. Those are free roll for everyone.
Are we doing top 2 rolls or?
We will roll ones and do top 2. Just because I don't want to have to go through rolls twice, because that sounds terrible.
Anybody who does not have 4 18-slot bags, top 2 rolls.
Did I see another
Roll only
100?
once.
I see Thor with a 99.
And
got a
Troll Guy with
96.
a 94.
All right. Hey, I got to drop
96.
group. I got an MC to go.
Fire
catch.
dogs.
Fuzzy with
See
a
96.
96.
has 96.
Yep.
I see Fuzzy and Thor, 96.99. Anybody dispute 96.99?
Nope.
Portal to Undercity, please. Anybody?
All right.
All right, 1 to Thor, 1 to Fuzzy.
Thor and Fuzzy. Class is Fuzzy.
All right, Warriors, like I said, if you have a tank set, and just, be honest here, if you have a tank set and you need Grand Marshals, go ahead and roll for that. We don't need to raid warning it. If you have a tank set and you're a Warrior, or I guess a Druid, I don't know if that's your best in slot 2. If you're a tank and that is your pre-raid bis, please Roll for it. Looks like Alexi.
Going to Lex.
All right. I mean, just loot the rest of it. If somebody wants it, they'll send you a tail, and you can put it out to roll. But I don't think anybody else cares about the rest of that.
Some greens.
Oh yeah,
so greens.
Yeah, we want to roll for skinning. All people with 315 skinning should roll.
All right, you heard the man. That is our guild skinner. He says he has plenty of Onyxia scales. So if you can skin Onyxia, go ahead and roll. Sky can roll. Looks like Sky's the only one.
Sky.
Nope.
Oh,
Kytail. Yeah, Sky wins. What ring?
All right,
Melkin.
boys. I gotta move over to a different disc.
All right, man. Thanks for
You
coming.
need that
Congrats
ring,
on your
Melkin?
Drape. I mean, it's a level 60 green. Someone need it? I'll pass it over. All right, guys. Thank everybody for coming.
Yeah, the reason I said pass on the skin or anyone can roll is because we did say no reserves. Yep. Even though that's something typically reserved, but we said.
Trollbite, can we get a portal to Orgrimmar, please?
You sure can. Here it comes. Get ready. Portal.
Oh. Troll, they're asking for you to come to an MC, man.
Yep, those of you who were in that group, there's Trollbite, Colbus, and Charminia, I believe. Go finish her out.
Man, I was so close to head. That is the highest I've ever rolled on it. A 96, and it's beaten by a 98 and a 9. Damn. Oh well. Next time.
To replace this 14 slot bag of mine here.
Nice.
I don't know. All in all, we did pretty good, right? We got the head and the rogue item and the back. So we got 3 of those. Went to guildies.
I had to take my DPS set off. So then Glory ended up taking most of phase 3.
Well, I mean that's fine. I mean you're a warrior. That's what you're supposed to do.
He's Fury Prot. That's what he's there for, right? That's what a spec is literally built to do.
Yep. That's what your spec should be, to be honest.
No, man. So for those of you left in the guild, as far as Molten Core goes, I know people are going to be coming in and out. Molten Core, we were just going to leave it up to running a pug this week. Tuesday, we had almost enough people to go in. We were missing a couple of mages, or we would have done it. Otherwise, we're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen with the holiday next week, so that's what I wanted to talk about after the Onyxia. You know, because the majority of you that are here are the majority that will show up on Tuesday, so I wanted to check and see where everybody's at as far as availability next week. If you need it, Melkin, you can have it. There were 4 greens on there, 4 BOEs that were just random greens. I was going to disenchant them and put them in the guild bank. That's what was going to happen with them. But if you need the ring, let me know.
Speaking of guild bank, but I guess more personally, did you give Kalanu the shards she needed for her mount? Kalanu. She needs large brilliant shards for her mount, yeah.
I can send them to her.
Do you know how many she needed?
Oh.
I have to ask her on Discord, I think.
Alright, I'm gonna save these scale of Onyxia for when I get the head. So then I can start making Onyxia scale cloaks. for the guild.
Yeah. Did you have
We
weather
figured-
working? You get the
Yeah, we
pack?
figured that's what you were going to do with them when you won, Sky. I mean, we didn't reserve anything. It seemed like everybody was okay with physical DPS only on head though, so I'm glad that that happened.
I mean, someone eventually will get the head, and that's a leather worker, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm just going to keep the scale stuff for when we get there to Black Wheel.
Yeah, I've got 6 of them myself.
Need like 50 probably in the future.
Yeah, one for everybody. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Most of I know on Tuesday I was a little disappointed personally, but I took it out verbally. That's just the way that I handle like decompressing that. And I really need to get better about that, and I will be in the future. I promise. We have the people in the guild to make full molten core runs. We can probably get all the way up to Major Domo without any hassle, so long as we get about 34 guildies in there.
I'd say 30.
I 30 with enough mages and warlocks.
You
and
need
priests.
4 warlocks, 4 mages.
Yeah, warlocks, mages, priests. If you have the correct number of that and 30 plus, you're good. If you have 30 plus people as well, it's much easier to get people from trade and general chat. I don't know about Tuesday at 6 p.m. though. With
There's just too
literally
many
last
people
week,
doing raids.
we had 7
Tusco.
other raid groups go on. Tusco, get your Twinkies another time.
It's not a Twinkie, it's a sub sandwich. I'm sorry, I'm fucking
Okay,
starving.
well, mute it up. So, since we need more healers, let's see. She's gonna go to Holy. Okay, well that's
Tusco,
good.
it's hard to believe that you're push to talk when you're holding your key down and all I hear is Twinkie opening.
I know, dude. It was like I was like, I'm just gonna keep talking over it. It'll stop. But
I do wanna ask a question though. Is the reason that Virgin Priest is going holy because they didn't get to roll on the tier 2 helm?
I don't want that to be the reason.
Yeah, I don't want that to be the reason either.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we have 30 plus people show up and we go in and kill 6 to 8 bosses. No problem. Just a matter of getting that composition there and we will. You know, we have an Onyxia sort of under the belt with almost 20 of us showed up. I think it was about 17 guildies. So great showing. Most of that loot actually went to the guild, which was pretty cool. Obviously, I don't want to boast about, oh, we went in and, fuck all the pugs, because that's not what we did, But, we got some people wearing cool looking gear now. So, let's push that into next week. If we're going to go next week, that's my biggest question. Before I put in a calendar event for next week's Molten Core raid, are we going to be able to show up on a Tuesday? Do we want to do Tuesday next week? It's 2 days before Thanksgiving. Are people going to be out of town? That's my biggest question.
There's only 14 people in this voice at the moment, so it's hard to say that's a good representation, but just keep that in mind.
Oh, I know.
I think
absolutely.
I think after Tuesday, it's iffy for a lot of people due to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so going any day later than Tuesday would be more difficult. Just because Wednesday, Thursday itself is actually Thanksgiving. So, do we want to still? Those of us who are here, do we still want to put the raid event for Tuesday? I'm fine with putting it on multiple days, and trying to see which people vote for which day. We can try that again, or we can just keep it on Tuesday, run it another week, and see what happens. Should put for Tuesday. Well, Monday is before the reset, so we wouldn't be able to do Monday because a lot of people have already
pugged.
All right, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, Onyxia will be will unlock on Tuesday.
It reset on Thursday, so
It says 2 days for
it'll be
me. So it's
Tuesday.
gonna
2
be
days and 12 hours. So 7 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, and then 2 days. So you're gonna Monday, Tuesday morning is when it will reset. I think we do Onyxia Tuesday. People might be willing to come to Onyxia over MC since we actually killed Onyxia. And finding people for Onyxia is a whole hell of a lot easier than finding people for MC.
It's less of a time
Am I missing
commitment.
a meeting right now?
What was that?
Was I missing a meeting?
Yeah, we're chilling. We're talking about what we want to do about raid day next week because of the holiday on Thursday.
Listen, if you think that a holiday is more important than clearing molten core, you don't have your priorities.
You're in the wrong guild.
Wrong guild.
Wrong guild.
We sweat here.
We say family first, but we're family, so we're first.
Yeah, we sweat here. We stay sweaty.
Okay.
Dirty. We live in the shower.
I mean, I'm a bit
Only on Saturdays.
I'm fine with. I think Tuesday should not be the raid day, just because of how many other big guilds are doing it. It's going to be impossible to put.
I think if we did it at a different time slot, maybe. But
talking later rather than early.
Well, there's obvious issues with going much later because we do have Eastern Standard Time players, or we have Alaska time players who couldn't show up.
It really comes down to number of people in the guild, or rather, number of raiders in the guild. If we have enough to field the core slots on a Tuesday, that's fine, because we can basically just expect to get 0 to few pugs.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesdays.
2 weeks in a row, we had some issues filling out the raid on Tuesday simply because the number of other
I'm thinking that the whole Oni thing might be a good idea to do on Tuesday. Get people used to the idea of raiding on Tuesday, and then with that, once we have close to 40 people, then we can start actually doing MC on Tuesdays instead.
Or do both.
Yeah. If we're gonna. Once we have enough people, Tuesday is probably the best night for almost anyone to actually raid. The problem is we just can't get enough to fill the raid.
Yeah. So last week, we had a bunch of circumstances that came into several people not being able to show, and if we had them, then we would have went in and done it. So
sorry, guys. Can I say something about that? Can I say something real quick about that?
Sure, man.
Okay, so we all tend to have Discord probably on our phone. I mean, probably a good portion have it on the phone. So I've noticed people will sign up for the raids and not show up, and I think that's a big key factor. And I think it's if you select that you're going to attend, it is your responsibility to let us know as soon as possible if you're not going to be able to attend. Just don't select, yeah, I think I'm going to come, and then not show, and we're thinking, okay, we're going to save you a spot. We got this many people, and then it doesn't happen. Like, if 20 people say they're going to show up and then only 10 people log in, and then you're wondering where's the other 10 people, it kind of throws things off schedule. So it's your responsibility, no hate or anything, just, hey, I'm not going to be able to make the raid, and just unclick the thing.
Yeah, I got an idea then. How about we shoot for Tuesday Molten Core, and if we fall short and can't get enough pugs, we go do Oni.
I'm down.
Well, we have a hard time pugging Oni.
I'm not, because I think you need to tell people we're going to do. Yeah, I think we need to tell people we're going to do Onyxia. I have a feeling you're going to get more people sign up and show up now that we've killed Onyxia. Like, the people in the channel, I'm not worried about, other than myself, who fell asleep after they got up for the raid. So I'm the only person I'm worried about. But I'm not worried about anyone in this channel. These are the people that showed up last Tuesday, right? But I think the people see that, oh my God, they can actually kill Onyxia, you know what I mean? And we didn't get to like Lucifron and then like fumble the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll show up.
So
killing bosses
tonight with 3 attempts, we started even a little bit late because we were finishing up. We were only in there for an hour and a half.
If even.
I think my time's right there, and we've been sitting in Orgrimmar for a few minutes, so that's not a major time commitment to say, hey, let's do Onyxia first. And then if there are any people that do the Onyxia pug with us that want to continue on to Molten Core, if we just continue, like move the raid group from Onyxia to Molten Core.
That could work too.
I think that would give us the opportunity to go clear content on Tuesday. Now, are there going to be as many people available? Like we got a lot of pugs today, so is
You'll
that many
get
pugs
pugs
going to
for
be
Onyxia.
available on Tuesday?
Yes, because Onyxia takes fucking 20 minutes and MC takes 4 hours.
Okay. So,
I mean, we can do. We can. Why don't we go ahead and just plan to have 2 raid days for MC since we are not. I think a lot of people are thinking that they're going to try and clear in one night, and that just makes them stop. But if we say that we're going to aim for the first half of MC on Tuesday night, then people can commit to that, and then we can come back on like another day and finish it up and split the day, just so that way people can get used to having to get on.
So I would like to do that. I really would like to do that. I think right now we just need to show up for one day.
No.
Don't make it because we're not a serious raiding guild. But we do want to raid. I think most of the people in the guild are here because they do want to experience that with friends. And the guys that they leveled up with and have been playing with for years upon years, and you know, 2 days for MC I think is ideal because you do one day of MC and then you do Onyxia and then the final bosses with the head buff kind of thing. But I think we need to just get one day where we get in and clear some bosses to to do something as a guild to get that out there because today was great. Today was good. Um, if we have that, the same thing that happened today, but in Molten Core, things will be looking better even. So, you know, you had like name recognition, people saying, "Hey, I did Molten Core with Axe of War last week. It was great." And then that continues, and then more people join the guild over time, just like we've all joined the guild together now. That'll continue. So let's do Onyxia on Tuesday, and then transfer to Molten Core for 2 hours after the Onyxia is over. So I think that if we do that, some of the pugs may join us when we move to the Molten Core raid. Um, and then like individuals like I'm gonna throw Tiny Tink under the bus here. He's in Alaska, right? So our raid start time is about 30 minutes after he gets off work. So that would give him time to potentially not be there for Onyxia, but make it to Molten Core.
Yeah, and I can bug that worst case scenario or something later.
Onyxia is easy to bug.
Right.
So
especially when
getting a chance to roll on the head is not. But I mean, we can always reserve the head for you if you're never able to make it and you finally can one of ours. That's not a big deal.
Sure, or something. We'll get there.
Yeah. So,
or maybe we'll be able to make it. Who knows?
Okay, let's keep it Tuesday then, even for next week. I was just wondering, where you guys who are, the primary raiders so far who have shown up 2 weeks ago, last week, and then now this week where we're doing stuff. So I wanted to see are we good to try this week, or are we going to be out of town? So
Tuesday?
I'll throw the event up, and we'll respond to it. If you don't think, here's one thing that Sky just said is like holding yourself accountable. Basically, if you sign up, try to be here. If you are iffy and you're not sure you will be here, or you're on the fence about it, like, hey, if 30 people do show up, then I'll also come. Like, you don't want to waste your time. I understand. I want to respect your time.
Isn't there a bench option?
There is a bench option. So please use that. Like Zolmoka uses it most of the time because he has school and children, So if you're not sure you can come, or you're just like, I'd rather PvP, or if we don't have 30 people, then I don't want to commit to going and doing trash, and I don't want to say no to going and doing trash, something like that, then just hit the bench option. And then, worst case scenario is if you're unsure, don't sign up at all and then just show up. Because obviously, if you're here and we have a slot, we're going to give you it. Right. So I would like to see people sign up, use it appropriately, and show up. That'd be great. If we can continue to do that, which we've so far done a pretty good job. Like today, we had, I think, 15 people signed up on the sign up. We had 17, and we had about 17 people. We didn't have hypocrisy, but he had something come up last minute, so everybody else that was there except for Fiba was there. That's awesome. I'm glad for that, and I was glad Malcolm was able to go too. Anybody have anything to say about raid days? Because now's definitely the time. Concerns about them? No.
We should do more.
We should do more. I agree.
So recruiting. So how are we going to increase our recruiting standards when we're maybe max like 20 people a week or so for signing up, which really we need a full 40, obviously. What can we do to better our recruitment?
So recruitment was a big deal for Trash Mob, Euphoria, and Acts of War prior to our mergers together, where all three of our guilds were pretty similar in that we tried to do some recruitment on our own, and it's just really hard with the super guilds that we have on Grobulus, like Final Boss, Axiom, so on and so forth, where they're fielding, alt groups, and they just take, mains into their alt raids and gear them, and then so the as far as recruitment goes, I enjoy the way that we have done recruitment so far. Is that they're people that we know, they're people we've grouped with several times. Um, we may bring it up or they may bring it up, and then it becomes a natural progression into the guild. I do post our Acts of War recruitment thing in trade chat or world chat every so often. While I'm online, I don't get too many people to send me whispers, though we do have some members that are from trade chat and do log in and do play the game and do things with us. So that works too. It's just slow. So if you have a better idea or something that you think that I can do better or something that you think we can do better, then, type something up in the Discord or send me a message or,
Grobulus doesn't have a main Discord, does it?
They do.
It does.
They do. That is something that we haven't done. That is something we have access to and have an account, set up with guild leader status on. So that's something that we should do. We should do that for sure. So I'll work on getting that done this week. The Grabulous Reddit as well. Okay. So we use Grobulus Discord and Grobulus Reddit. I think that could be useful for people that aren't looking for the super guilds, maybe.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing. It's like, first of all, a small portion of the community is going to be on those sites. So in order for us to compete with the big guilds, it's going to be having to offer, and I think that's
you cut out on us there, Spence. Say it again.
Okay. Yeah, the big thing that we have that in order for us to compete in any way with the major guilds or the big guilds is we have to offer something that they don't offer. And I think the biggest thing we can do is have that community, because I don't know how much community there is in the Final Boss and things like that.
I think we need to drop the word competing, because we're not going to be able to compete with like Final Boss in any way, shape, or form. We've got to. Yeah, I know.
If I'm going to join a guild, why would I join our boss? And you have to have.
I don't want to be in a guild like that.
Right. And
like,
so
I have literally talked to people in that guild that don't know other people in their guild. Like, they show up to the same group and they go, "Oh shit, you're in my guild."
Right. And so what we have to do is we have to advertise in a way that shows that but we're not them. This is what we do differently. Things different.
Yeah.
And I think that'll resonate with people more in terms of making actual conversions or like getting people to join the guild, because we have to show what we have to acknowledge who they are and like that there are other options, and then also the reason why you should join us essentially.
When we do pug people, we should throw it out there that we're recruiting. I've seen a lot of guilds do that, and like I was with Bone Collectors for several weeks in a row on their molten core runs, and every week they would throw it out there like, "Hey guys, we are recruiting. If you want to keep joining us, if you had a fun time, let's join our guild. Let's do it again." And quite honestly, they kept recruiting week after week from their pugs. In their last raid before they downed Ragnaros, I believe I was the last person in their raid that was not part of their guild.
Nice.
And I think that it comes with people that join you multiple weeks in a row, or when we do clear, because we will, when we do clear 5 out of 10, then we can put 5 out of 10 in our messages, and then people will know like where is the guild at, what is the experience level, what is the gear level, what should I expect when I join this guild.
Yeah, I don't think we want to write 0 out of 10 yet.
Exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy to be like,
Just
hey, join our pug MC that has 30 guildies where we've killed 0 things.
Just lie.
Just lie.
I mean, it's not a lie if I say 10 out of 10.
Right. We've done
Or
the boss.
says 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So I mean, some of us have he's got a helmet.
Kytail's got 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Right.
I do not. I have 9 out of 10.
Oh.
But it is. But that being said, it's not like a lie saying we're not experienced rate. We know what we're doing. We're coming to these bosses and we're like, all right,
but some of us do
let me
not.
just but we're also not gonna be like Googling how to do this boss as like a raid leader.
I mean, I might be.
But if we are, we're not gonna say that, and we're not just completely like we know what we're doing. We're not completely clueless.
So some of us have tier 2, some of us have tier 1, some of us are, wearing full tier 0. It's pretty cool, at least, that's what I had to wear tonight. That's cool.
So
it worked.
To summarize, Tuesday is Oni, followed by possible molten core, depending on how it goes. And recruit the pug. And
Grabio's Discord.
Primarily.
I think
we also
might
need
Reddit, but there's memers on there. So
we also need 8 people that can douse a room.
Got one.
Now
every 7. It's actually 7.
Every officer should be able to douse a room. So, I mean, you can't do that until you complete the quest, but eventually every officer should be able to douse a room. So,
I don't know the rep yet, but as soon as I do, I will.
Well, it's not a rep thing. You've got to be able to kill all the
level.
salamanders. Yeah, but you got to be able to kill all the salamanders too. In MC. So in the coming weeks, if we cannot get enough people to douse runes, we may have to incentivize people that can douse runes.
So Thor, Tusco, K-Bay,
Kytail can douse runes, I think.
Can all do it. And that's one summon cycle. It's not the end of the world. We only have 4 people that can douse if we do get there week 1.
What does that mean?
I will explain it to you, Kelly. You got to be able to douse runes after every boss in MC to be able to fight the last 2 bosses.
Yeah.
Which means you have to work rep and do a quest.
There's a quest you have to do in order to be able to progress.
Okay, so I already did the quest.
And we've done the quest chains. We're at the molten core portion. So
okay, I got you. Because I was like, just respect. So if this has anything to do with my spec.
Nope.
Okay, good.
No.
It's experience in molten core at this point.
Yep. That's it. So we have more than just us that are honored and eligible for the quest to get the quintessence. So we'll find out who those people are at our next molten core raid. We'll see, where everybody's reputations are at, and then we'll try and get those individuals caught up to the molten core quests. Past that, I did have so Kaitel, you brought up some questions about the guild bank purchasing um, rating materials from it. We didn't have a good answer for you when you originally asked. I want to like formally make a system for that. I don't have it yet though, so
That's fine.
I'm hoping that the next time I have the opportunity to speak with Hagatha, literally in colors in your face. Hopefully, if he, if his wife gets to be a little better, then we can have that conversation as to what we're gonna do with it. If we go another week and we're not able to find something, then most likely I think what would happen is either as an officership we would decide if the items are worth simply giving to that person, or if we have enough materials in the bank, someone could buy them at half retail price from the guild bank, so that the guild bank does make some money, and then the guild still benefits from you getting your molten helm, for example. um,
Oh, are
those were
you're talking like crafting materials?
Yes, those are the two things that I was thinking of. I do know that with phase three, all of the lava cores, fiery cores, and core leathers are going to go up in price significantly. So stockpiling and potentially not using those items now could be helpful in the long run with those phase three patterns that we may want to use. Um, so hopefully we get into molten core and we're able to clear some stuff. What I would like to do is get into molten core and just farm core hounds for like several hours, once a week. That would be something that I would want to lead, and it would be something completely separate from other raid days. I don't know if we'll get enough people to want to do that, but core leather is probably the easiest way we can get Thorium Brotherhood rep up for our enhancement shaman that's going to craft Nightfall for the guild. So, um, past that, last thing, this is the absolute last thing for me. I did want to introduce a buyback system, kind of, for the guild bank for purchasing expensive things like Black Lotus. We do have flask patterns in the guild now, like Flask of the Titans and Distilled Wisdom, that could be very helpful if we are going to run only 30 to 33 people, especially on our healers. However, buying Black Lotus for 50 to 60 gold each to man that is a little difficult. So, what I would hope to see if we could do is buy, Black Lotus for half price from a guild member, and then we can craft flasks for the guild, and then do that for other things too, like arcane crystals, for example, if someone's just farming it for money, or thorium bars if we need that many, or I would want to get that written somewhere so that people could see, what, if they're okay with doing that, or if anybody, I want everybody to know that that's something that I would be interested in doing for the guild, so that we can craft things for a little bit cheaper. Because I don't think we have any like millionaire gold people. We might. I just don't know about them. But
So what you're basically saying is, if somebody finds a Black Lotus, you'll buy it from them.
for like half of what the auction house would sell it for. So then we would use it for guild needs.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. So if people have like arcane crystals, they go out there doing it, and then they want to sell it to the guild, then we would pay them, reduced cost, but it would go to the guild for guild needs. Whereas
Saying the guild bank needs materials, please donate. You might get gold.
Question as well. If could you, because you talked about buying materials off of the guild bank. Could that go to cover the costs of the those materials?
Sure. I don't see why not. If it's a trade thing. If someone's like, I want to trade my 5 arcane crystals for the guild banks
5 fiery
cores,
cores.
then
That
we
seems like a
say-
reasonable trade to me.
yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure everybody knows. Like, I want to talk to the other officers though that aren't here in the call right now, to make sure that they're cool with that. Because right now it's just we're banking them and we're going to use them for a specific purpose until a different purpose comes up. So, Guild Bank wants some grenades. I don't know if we have a use for like guild banked grenades. Because as far as I know, only Fire Dog is a like engineer really that we have as a mainstay. So, but that's it really. I did want to say I was really proud today. The guild worked together for over 8 hours straight to get 8 people keyed to go to Onyxia tonight. 7 of those 8 people showed up. That was awesome. That was really cool to see. Everybody working together to get all of those elixirs and potions for Tuesday. Again, just great effort by everybody, really. I think everybody enjoys being here, and I enjoy playing, leading, and being with you guys. So I don't want you to feel like, because we couldn't field 40 people that, I was disappointed, because I definitely was. And I was proud of everybody. And I still am. So.
Oh.
No. Okay. That's it. That's my sentimentality there. I'm done. I'm done.
Nice speech.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I'm long-winded sometimes, but I promise I won't do it often.
Nice work getting organized tonight. Good job recruiting everybody on the getting all that. That's a lot of work, you guys.
Thanks,
just
Tusco.
worked. Yeah,
For
Tusco.
using less words and getting more done.
I'm
Sometimes less is
telling
more.
you, it's name recognition, man.
Hold on.
Tusco's famous.
Okay. Well, I'm being told that I got to take a shot now. So if anybody's going to be drinking, we're going to start drinking now. So.
All right. I'm sure some people will be interested in new PvP. I'm going to Steve's and Sugar Shack through Lobers because they want to get attuned. So
absolutely. You should take, if you're doing a 5-man group, you should also take Sloot if he's staying online to heal it.
I would have done that if we didn't already have Sugar Shack healing.
Oh, you're full.
And
okay.
We're full.
Damn.
Feels bad.
Because we got to
Sugar
get Sloot
Shack
55 by Tuesday.
I know.
Now. And attuned.
And attuned.
I'm going to get you attuned. If you log in, I'll get you attuned.
So I see what you guys are talking about in guild chat, and I'll address it. Yes, if any of our members get their hands on an Eye of Shadow or any of the sinew that hunters are going to need for their Syndra, Quellar, or whatever it's called, yes, absolutely, come to any officer, and we will find the right person to make that happen.
Yeah, if you have one half of a class quest or something, make sure that we're aware of it so that we can ensure you get the second half. Basically, I think is what he's trying to say.
No, I think like we might be able to buy it too.
Or that. The eyes are cheap recently.
Yeah.
Only like 300 gold. I don't.
So when do we start
cheap, but...
When do we start the fund to start getting all the officers bounced? What's happened?
Fuck, dude, I've already paid for 2 of them. I'm done. I'm done paying for other people's mounts. Okay.
Okay.
I'm somehow down to 400 gold. I'm never gonna get this epic mount.
I've never had more than 200 gold.
I know. I'm so poor.
All right. What's it? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna go join another.
Cheers,
I'm gonna join
guys.
another raid here for a bit.
I got 30 seconds.
Good luck in Molten Core.
Everyone knows. Yep. When my brother kills himself drinking tonight, I will be the new guild leader. So I'm just saying, if he dies,
Sloot
you'll be dead. You'll be dead. Sloot can have it.
No,
it'll be FIBA. Let's be honest.
I would give
with
it to
ourselves.
FIBA, yeah.
It's not FIBA already? What?
I just watch the guild implode.
I'm gonna give it to Avery. She's not as long-winded as my brother, so these meetings will not be as long.
We're done by 10. What do you mean? That took less than 30 minutes.
What?
Good talk.
Awesome work. Great job.
You guys
Thanks,
rock.
I have enchants. What enchants do you want? I have mats too.
Thor, we need to get together sometime. I need to work on some enchants on my stuff.
You want to do it right now?
I'm out here in Ungoro Crater trying to get an arcane crystal and get my ass kicked, but it's all.
It's all good. Okay. Jay, how many large brilliant shards does Kalani need?
Let me ask her.
Okay. I think it was 4 or 8.
I think it's 4 as well, but so whoever is wanting Crusader, you're gonna have to buy the orbs because we don't have any in the guild bank. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I can spot all of the large brilliant shards. I do not have any righteous orbs banked though.
Probably not. She is away, so I'm sure she's working. I will let you know as soon as I know
Yes.
how many she needs.
Hmm.
I'll be quiet.
What to do?
So, Moon Soldier, technically you don't have to. If it was like a full guild run and we were starting to hold heads, then I would definitely say to do that. Our current raid time though, final boss always pops one, so we don't have to pop one for ourselves.
If however you want to wait until prime time tomorrow to try and give it to as many guildies as possible, that's up to you. Personally, there's no head in the ground right now. You could just call out that you're going to pop it
there
in
is
5
one.
minutes. I don't see one.
right now. It's there for me.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
I was too far away.
Now, one thing that I would suggest for you to potentially do with it is to see if any of the major guilds want you to pop it for them, and they'll pay you money.
Will they?
Yeah, because they
will.
paid
They'll give, like 50 to 100 gold.
they paid Sky 100 gold for the Rindhead buff.
Wow.
And that was for Rindhead. So I don't know what they would pay for a Dragon Slayer buff that they don't have to personally
use.
So that might be something you want to look into before you actually do it.
Which guild was paying?
Final boss.
Final boss,
Oh.
yeah.
Talk to Kurthos then. Kalanu said she bought her shards. She doesn't need them anymore.
Oh, okay. I told her I'd get them. Or I'd
No, I think she wanted the quest. I think she plans to do it as soon as possible, whether we help or not. She's tired of waiting on our slow asses, bro.
Since I don't have the main hand for Dowrin.
What's going on?
I don't know. I would put Fiery on him and then hold off until you get the main hand, Dowrin. Probably. Chex isn't in here, is he? No. All right. Anyway, anybody want? What are we doing? Anybody you want to do something?
I thought you were drinking.
Yes.
He is. I feel like a waiter.
Yes, but until
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
not able to
yes.
do anything, I can still do things. So.
Oh, so about 15 minutes?
Nah, it won't be 15 minutes.
Dude, do you know how long it takes Matt to get drunk? Forever. And then once he gets there, he's like, I don't feel anything. And then he takes like a whole bottle of shots. It's amazing.
It's not amazing.
That actually sounds very fucking dangerous,
And you
alcoholic, and dangerous.
You shouldn't look at that as an endearing quality because it's not.
No, the endearing part is that you never drink.
No, I absolutely hate drinking. I don't want to drink today, but we're gonna do it.
Let's do things then.
All right, what are we doing?
Man, somebody bought and resold that Stone Vault Bone Breaker, man. They bought it for 60, put it up for 300. I told you. I should have bought it.
I need to do.
I have not done Molten Core this week. I was looking at some of the pug groups.
I need to do Dire Mall North.
For what?